Hello everyone, it's Sue here from Scrappy Doo Sue. Oh, I'll just put this big light on, sorry. That's better. Okay, so as you may or may not know, I'm doing Edith Holden The Four Seasons envelope file folios, and we've already made a file folio for spring. This is summer, and we've already made winter, and the next one to make will be autumn. Sorry, I've got glue on my fingernails and it bugs me. I have to get it off. So since I did the last episode of the summer folio, I have done a few bits off camera to save a bit of time. So I've decorated the front cover. So we've got this very fine lace here. It's really, really fine. It's very, very pretty for the closure. And that needs a bit of glue actually. Just saw that. Let's put a bit of glue on that while we've noticed it. Let's just pop a bit down here, like that. Okay. So I've decorated the front cover, and I put some fine pink, pale pink lace down here because I thought it was very delicate. And because this picture, a beautiful foxglove picture from the Country Diary of the Edwardian Ladies on the front, I thought I would echo it in some pale pinks and creams. So we've got some cream lace down here and the pale pink lace repeated here. So, and then we've got the word summer here, and a little bee in the corner, and a bit of bling, butterfly up here on a layer of scraps, some organza and some netting, bit more bling on the wings. These gems they're kind of all colours, iridescent, and they're just, wherever you shine them, they pick up colours around them. So this is how it looks inside. So we open it up here, and we've got this double page I haven't done anything with yet. Think I might put something down here. Then we've got this envelope flip here, and here's a journal card I made off camera. And what I did is I got a piece of card and I used some of my collage scraps. So I kind of made a mini masterboard already in the shape of a journal card. So I collaged the back with scraps, and then I've gone over the front with some die cuts and label, and here it says the beauty of nature is everywhere, and a little tab here, and I've stenciled the back. So that's that one, and that fits into this envelope flip here, like so. On the back here we've got a little triple slot pocket, and in the back I've got one of Violet's little envelopes which she already put a card in, so I've just stamped on that with a little flower stamp and collaged on the front, and that goes in there. And then we've got a craft tag here, and I've collaged on the front, and you probably can't see but I have stenciled on the back, and that one goes into there like so. And then there's this little tag here which was one of Violet's, and I've added a little tiny tag on the top and put a few harebells on the back, and that one goes into there like so. And then we've got this one here, and this is the card that went with this green envelope, and I've just added a few bits of embellishment to it and stenciled on the back and added a tab. So those are the things I've done off camera. Then I've also added a crochet lace belly band here, because I want to make a notebook today to go in there. So we shut that down, and then we open this, and you've already seen, some of you have already seen this. So I've still got to make a journal card for this envelope flip that goes in there, some little tags for the triple pocket there, This is a vellum pocket. Inside I've put a piece out of my stash that I already had made out of Edith Holden previously, and this is a little piece journaling spot. It's got those lovely foxgloves in the background and a corner slot pocket there. So I already kept this from a previous video that I did a long time ago, and I thought that would fit nicely in there like so, and you can see it through the vellum. So I'm not really going to do any more with the vellum, I don't think. I've already stenciled over it, the Tim Holtz Flourish stencil. This then has this big journal card stenciled on the back with a nice tab. I put a bit of lace on there again, blinged up the butterfly, and this is Mod Podged napkin decoupaged over some Edith Holden book page from the Country Diary of the Edwardian Lady, and that fits in there. Then we've got a pocket here, which is a violet pocket that she made, that I bought from her, or it might have been a free Happy Mail one that she sent me, but anyway, that is a lovely one. I haven't made a card for that yet. Then we've got the flip up and down with some journal and paper, side tuck with a writing board, quite a strong one. Anyway, I didn't want to do a complete flip through, but I just wanted to show you what's happened so far. So now I have trouble in remembering how this all goes myself. So that winds around there and keeps that there. Then we turn it over. I've got some of that pink lace on the back. Open it up. I've got a double page here with a double vellum pocket flip that matches. I haven't done anything with the back of those. We've just got some journal cards we made in a previous episode. Again, I've stenciled the backs and I've strengthened the pockets and took off the little bits of extra here. What I did, I didn't take them off. I cut them there and stuck them down, because it makes it easier for these cards to go in and out like that. Okay, well, I'll do a full flip through at the end when I've finished them all. I'll do a series of 4 flip throughs. So I'm having to think about what I might want to do on here. So I think that's everything off camera that I've done since the last time. So what I want to do today is I want to make a notebook to pop in under this belly band that I made. I've just stuck down some crochet lace, which I tea dyed myself. So that is some I've done myself. So what I've got is, first of all, this is kind of a 5 size. So in inches, we'll say it's, I don't want to do it full width. I'm going to do it slightly under. So I'm going to do 5.5 wide inches by, and this has got to go in here. So I'm going to say 5.5 by 8.25, I think. 5.5 by 8.25. So we'll go with that. I'm just going to jot that down because no doubt I will forget. 5.5 by 8.25 inches, or in centimeters that would be so if we said 5.5 here, be to there, okay, 5.5. So I think if we said, if we made this 14 centimeters, we're doing it centimeters, but you know, obviously yours would, if you have made one, would be different to mine, and say 21 centimeters long. So I'm going to put that to one side just for now, and I've got the other half of this big giant card that came with the giant envelope, so I'm going to use that as the cover. And then I've got a couple of pieces of Edith Holden book page here, and I thought we'd do a front and a back cover. So if I wanted to do 5.5 inches wide, that is just under, that probably would be perfect. So I think to start with, I want to make this, I want to sort of halve it, because I don't want it folded, I want it cut into 2 pieces. So let's measure it and see where the halfway mark is. So this is 11 3/4 inches, or would it be easier in centimeters? That's 29 1/4. So if we say 11 1/4, so that's 2/10 there. So that's 5.5 and 1/10. So the middle is going to be here, there. I'm just going to cut that. Hopefully I can do it on this guillotine. I think I can. It's easier. Oh, that wasn't very well thought out. Why is it whenever I measure anything it never comes out right? Right, let's see how wide that is. And that's just, yeah, that is the 5 1/10. So I'm terrible at maths, aren't I? Honestly. So let's make this the same. So I think we'll do it so that we cut down this side. So that will be, let's just measure these so they're the same. So I'm just going to put a little line there. Okay. Okay. In the bin, I don't want that. Let's make sure these are okay now. Okay, those are fine. They're not quite straight. Don't know that this card was. So in heights we wanted at least 8 1/4. So that's great. The height is great. I don't really want too much off, but I just want to make sure they're straight. So this is the cut edge, I think. So let's just make sure. I'm only going to take a slither off of there. And the same on this edge here. Like so. Right. Hopefully those are the same. Oh, I can still see that this one needs a tiny bit taken off here. So I'm going to keep them together. And I honestly think that when I cut down here I haven't got it quite to the edge of that blade, and that's definitely only one piece that I've cut there, so that's perfect now. Yeah, I think that's where I've gone wrong. So that's those. Okay, right. Then I've got the papers to go in it, and these are just a pack that I bought on Amazon, and they're double-sided, and they're just called old papers, really, note papers. So I've got 2 different designs. So there's this one here. So they're kind of mock coffee and tea stained. So I have got 8 sheets of double-sided, which when cut in half to match these will be 16. single-sided, so that will be 32 pages. I think that's plenty. So what I want to do then is I want to cut these down. Okay, so we'll do half at a time. So we don't want them as big as the covers. I want them slightly less. So if we said, and we just double check this size here, is 5.5 plus 1/10. That's how I'm going to describe it. So I want 5.5 and 1/10 is definitely there. And if we take it from this end, it's going to be there. Right. So I'll bring back the guillotine. Keep these together. So that's definitely on the blade there, right on the mark there. Okay. And again, that one is not quite, you see, that's where I think it is, it's not quite. Okay, so that's that. And those should all be the same, they are. And we'll just do the same with this one. So again, I am going to measure them. So one is there, and one is there. Let's just double check that one here. It's a good job I double checked, because I'd only done 5 instead of 5.5 and 1/10. I thought that looked a lot narrower. It's just going to rub that incorrect mark off. And I was reaching down on the floor for my guillotine and it's on their desk. Right, let's just check where this mark is on here by just slightly bending that over like so. And then this one. Yes, I don't want to do all of it on camera, because if I do all of it for each one on camera, I think it's going to take such a long time that you're going to get totally fed up with me, if you're not already fed up with me. Okay, so that's our notebook part. Let's just check that those... Okay, yeah, that'll be fine, because we're not folding it over. Okay, like that. So now we just need to do the front and the back covers. So I really wanted to use this piece that was already cut out from something else. I don't know, it's just happened to get cut out. So I think we'll have a bit of a border around it. And take that piece. So I think I'd rather take a bit off the top and some of the bottom. So does this measure in height? So this measures, we want 8 and we definitely want 8 1/4. We want less than 8 1/4. So if we had that's 8 1/4. If we said there, I think so. take that off there, and then maybe take it to there. Let's just have a look, see what that looks like on there. So if we take that off and that, right, start with a slither rather than take too much off at once. Okay, so I think that is about right. I'm just going to neaten that edge up here. That's it. So what we want to do is look at this piece and think, which part do we want? Do we want all of that, or do you want all of that? If we had it to there, then we are going to be seeing all of that. I think that will be fine. Okay. So just keeping that butterfly in. Right. Let's take this down. We'll have to take the top first. Let's take the bottom first, because I'm thinking if I take the top, then we're going to lose my marks. Okay. So this should just about fit in here now. So hope you're all doing okay today, and that you had a lovely weekend. We had Mothering Sunday here in the UK, so that was nice. Fortunately, I couldn't see Charlotte, my eldest daughter, because her son, my grandson Arthur, has COVID. Second time for him, bless him. He's only 9. I don't think he's got it too bad, but Charlotte, I spoke to Charlotte today, and she said she and Andy, her partner, they feel a bit symptomatic, but unfortunately you know they've stopped giving out the tests, so she wants to hang on to the tests that she's got left for Arthur, because he has to be tested positive. Well, they think he came home on Wednesday not well, so they're going to take that as the first day. So he did a test today, and he's still positive, so he has to have 2 negative tests in a row before he can go back to school. And I'm going to ink round these, and she doesn't have enough tests for all of them left, and obviously they can't go out really to get any more. And she went on the government website where they were sending them out to you, and they said that they haven't got any, so and that they're discontinuing sending them out anyway at the end of this month. So all the rules have changed, but more people have got COVID or catching it at the moment than they ever did before. So it's crazy, really. But, I mean, that's the way it goes, I suppose. I'm just inking around these. So it's a bit of a difficult situation. So I still have to test twice a week for work, but we're not now being given any by the hospital like we were. We're supposed to get ours from the government website. So, not too sure what, you know, we've had newsletters. We get a daily newsletter from our chief exec at our hospital, and we're supposed to still test twice a week, but the hospital aren't giving out any now, and they're telling you to go to the government website. So I don't know if the government website are stopping and not restocking because the whole country stops at the end of this month, apart from people like me in hospitals and that, where we are still continuing to test, or whether they just haven't got enough stock. I don't know what's going on. So I think that will be the back, I think, and that will be the front of our notebook. So I'm going to stick these down, and I'm going to use this. Yeah, so it's a bit of a funny situation really at the moment. We don't have to wear masks in shops, yet I have to wear it at work. You know, it becomes so confusing, you know. And I feel guilty now going into shops without one on. So I know a lot of people are still wearing them in shops to keep themselves safe, as you know, 2 years on, and I can say honestly, thank God I haven't caught it. But you know, my whole family have, apart from Rachel and my husband. He hasn't had it either. But it's not easy, is it, to know what to do for the best, really. So I guess it has to all come to an end sooner or later, but it's just the not knowing, really. Anyway, so I couldn't see Charlotte because obviously they couldn't come out for Mother's Day. We were going to go to their house. Andy was going to Liverpool for the weekend with Arthur. Arthur's going to see his first Liverpool match, football. I'm very excited. They were going to come back Sunday. So Charlotte said, Rachel and Mum, why don't you come down to me and we'll have like our own, you know, group Mother's Day celebration tea. She called it Mad Hatter's Tea Party. So I said, okay, that sounds a good idea. But then that all got quashed. They couldn't go away. They had to cancel their weekend, Andy and Arthur, and we didn't go. So Rachel and I just spent the afternoon together yesterday with Harry and my other grandson. Went to the garden centre, which he wasn't impressed with, because now he's turned 10, he doesn't really want to go to garden centres anymore. It's probably because we always tend to gravitate to a garden centre. So I'm just going to round the corner edges, edge corners I should say, on the back and the front. So that will be like that. So it'll be those edges that need corner rounding. That edge there and that one. Right. Okay. Right. Okay, just going to put the dauber back round there. And this one. Okay, right. Right, thought I'd done it wrong for a moment. So that's those, that's the front and the back, and here are our pages. Now let's see how they fit, because I'm going to have to corner around those. Okay, so we'll do that next. And again, we're going to have to do them bit by bit, because my corner rounder won't put up with that many. So let's do 3 at a time. So for those of you who've celebrated Mother's Day this weekend, I hope you had a lovely time. Weather wasn't very good. It's a shame, because Saturday was absolutely glorious. Real summer-like weather actually. And then yesterday, Sunday, was really chilly and overcast. It was not nice. Just check that we've got these in order. We have, yeah, that's how we wanted them. Like so. Fine. Okay, let's have another look. So there's our notebook already, and what I want to do is punch holes, and I'm going to tie some string through it so that whoever has it can then replace the pages if they want to. Okay, so let's measure. We want 2 holes, so that's going to be 8 2/10. So I'll have to work this out on my trusty bit of paper. So 8 2/10, so that would be 4 1/10, so that would be halfway. 4 1/10, so 4 1/10 is half. What is a quarter then? 2 and a bit there. And then we do the same here, 2 and there. That looks about right to me. There and there. Okay, hope this works. Otherwise I've wasted all this paper. So I just need to get my hole punch out. Wherever I have it. Bear with me. Just going to put you on pause because I don't know, my husband had it last. I found it, so I've done it. It's a really old hole punch. It really is old. Hasn't even got the slidey bit, you know, where you can tell what the size is. So I've only got the choice of the 2 hole widths there. So I've gone ahead and punched there and there. Okay. So I've gone and just used the whole thing together and punched the holes straight away through the whole lot. And then I thought we could put some thread through it. Hopefully I've got this string that I've already used in the journal. There's a piece there, that might be enough. I just want to see what this is like when it's got string through it. We may or may not use this. May use elastic, I don't know. But I just wanted to see if that's a perfect length. If I tie that up like so, I'm just going to put a bow in it for now, which is easier said than done. So if I have it like that, how would that open? See, that's my biggest concern, is how will it open? Okay, so may just want, I know, if we had one piece through here, say we had a piece through there and we tied that there. Now you can tell I've not made one of these style before, so if we said we had one there, we tied that, I'm just putting a bow in it for now, and then we did the same there, how would that open? That would be better. It would have to be quite loose. Or would it be better with some elastic? Just get my elastic and see what I think. Okay, I'm sorry, I was just being quiet there. I was just thinking. I don't think I thought this through very well, did I? Okay, right. Have some elastic in here. Have some white. We can grungy that up with some distress oxide, something like that. Is that going to be any better? Yeah, I hadn't thought about this really. My ideas. Well, if you don't try, you don't know, do you? So say for instance, let's just snip that. Okay, so say we wanted that's very fiddly. Just put a bow in that for a minute. Okay, how is that going to open? That would be much better, you see. That's what we'll use, I think. We will use some of this elastic. So we'll cut 2 pieces. And like so, and then move that to one side, bring this over, and with the distress ink I'm just going to run the dauber along it just to discolour it a bit. Keep turning it over. I think that's going to be okay. Right, Okay, so I'm just going to thread these through. Okay. I wonder whether to do it in a bow or not. I suppose knots would be better and easier probably than trying to hold this elastic and make a bow out of it. And it probably wouldn't stay in a bow anyway. It's fiddly enough trying to knot it. So let's do, gosh, it's fiddly. So let's do more than one knot, shall we? Oh. It's like wrestling with an eel. Not that I ever have wrestled with an eel. I just imagine that it would be like that. So we'll do the same this side. So I've just put 3 small knots in. Oh goodness, right, okay, and let's have a look at this now. So this is our notebook. Oh, that's good because that can be opened and worked on. Now question is, am I leaving these strings, these long lengths, or am I cutting them? What do you think? I quite like them actually. We could even put some a charm on the end here. Could do. Yeah, I'll have a look and see what charms I have now. We want to put something on here, like, I don't know, notes, the word notes maybe, and cover this up. Okay, let's have a look and see what we've got. Have some words. In this tin, I'm sure I had that word. I've seen it on one of these. Okay, let's have a look. Let's put them out into the lid. So they're all mixed words, you see, and different things. It's bound to be right at the bottom. Oh gosh. So I've got definitions and words in here. And little phrases. So, note to self, my my story, observations. That could be one. I, I guess. Keep that out. Curiosities. Want those. Numbers. Field notes. We could have that. That's a possibility. This book is mine. There's a couple of possibilities there. I had some others. We've got the typewritten words, but I had something else. It's funny, you always see them when you don't want them, and when you want them, well, you know, I can't have too many tins and pots and things because I end up not using any of them and looking in any of them in the end. So definitions. So they're all different words I've collected on different things I've been making, so from different kits, leftover words, words I've printed, you know, like you get the labels and everything. Sometimes, you know, I've printed words as well. But I must have been imagining what I thought I had. This one says, stay calm. Okay, I will. Yeah. Okay, right. Well, I was imagining it, but never mind, because we have got these. So what do we want? Field notes, observations, or this book is mine. Put that one back. Field notes or observations. Observations, I think. Let's use the right scissors. I like these. They're all on. They've been. This is Junk with Steph, her shop on Etsy, and she has printed them on these little, they're like those little metal plates that you get on the front of file folders, so they're it's quite nice. Let's make them the same. Okay, so I'm going to ink round that. And we want to put that on something now to cover up that. So we could put it on a matching piece of this. That might be nice. Let's have a look. That's not bad. So have a look. What else have we got? I think that would be alright actually, because it matches the belly band, you see, it's the same material, so I'm going to put that down on here. I'm just going to go and put the glue, I'll kind of just dot it over this. Very quiet. I think Paddy Dog's asleep, I think, on his landing bed. He has to have a bed wherever I go. He has to have somewhere to lay his head. It's either that or he's on our bed asleep. I quite like that. Now, we need to put anything on the back. Something here maybe. See what else we have. I have a bag with some bits in. Or do we just leave that? I quite like that. Definitely going to be easy to let's do a bit of stenciling, shall we, on here. Here's my Tim Holtz flourish, and so I want it all to be quite consecutive, you know, which is why I'm using the same stencil more or less. And I'm just putting a bit here and a bit there, like that, and do the same on the inside of the back cover. Oh, there. So I do like this stencil. It's one of my favourites. I'm just using my dauber and my vintage photo. And that's all I'm doing. And that's as simple as that. Those are done. That's done. I think that's fine on the back, actually. Right. Let's have a look now and see what it looks like in the journal, envelope folio journal, which has not got a journal, but it's going to have this notebook in here, like so. Okay, and we may put a couple of charms, one on there and one on there, we'll see. So that is about as much now as we're going to get in it, but at least we know that we've got a nice notebook in there, and it's going to be good for somebody to use as a type of journal, and then they can replace that notebook with whatever they want. And there we have it. So I think that was quite easy, straightforward. And I'm going to say goodbye on that note, and then I will finish this off camera. The next episode you're going to see is going to be the winter journal. No, it isn't. I keep saying winter because winter comes after summer, and I've done it in a round sort of different way, really. I have started with winter, then I did spring, now I've done summer, more or less, and then the next one is autumn, so that will be the next one. So I'm going to look up and see what sort of envelope folio I will do for the autumn one, and I will finish off this off camera. So the next time you see this will be the flip through, the same with the winter and the spring, and this one the summer. Okay, take care everyone, see you soon, bye bye.